Now, coming up on the programme this morning, it has been revealed that the government is to provide £1.5 billion of investment. This is to protect culture and heritage venues, theatres, galleries, museums. We're going to find out how some of Merseyside's most loved theatres have reacted to the funding in just a moment. And our mental health is a priority now more than ever. Before 7:30, we're going to hear how one student doctor from Liverpool has been given an award for just talking about the stigma, tackling the stigma around it, which is still there. It's not as bad as it was, but it's still there. We need to get rid of it. We need to talk about it. So that's on the way before 7:30. And Emily Unier will be with us in this hour too, just to bring us up to date with this cash. The government has announced £1.5 before you're covering that. It's 7:24 now. A student doctor in Liverpool has been honoured for his work helping to reduce the stigma around mental health. 19-year-old Shantanu Kundu has been presented with the Diana Award, which recognises the achievements of young people for social action. Shantanu joins us on the line now. Good morning to you.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Tell me about this award, the Diana Award. Presumably it's the Princess Diana Award.
Yes. So it was founded by her family and her son, Prince Harry, and Prince William. And it sort of acknowledges and sort of thanks all of the young people who are responsible for making change almost. And so, yeah.
There's a lot of people like yourself who work hard to try and get rid of the stigma around mental health, but every now and again, somebody with a really, really high profile and doesn't get much higher than the princes step forward and say, we've got a Heads Together campaign, or we've lived with mental health issues, and that really does make a big difference, doesn't it?
Definitely. I think that mental health stigma is such a big thing that stops people from getting help. And the fact that we can talk about mental health now is amazing. And sort of increasing that in Liverpool, in Merseyside, and in the country is really important.
To be able to campaign for it, to try and get rid of this stigma and to help others, do you need to have gone through it yourself, do you think?
So I think it's about promoting things that matter to you. I don't think you necessarily need to go through something, but for me it was something that I went through, and then I thought I could see the problems in the system, and I saw that it needed to change, and so that's why I sort of stepped up to do so.
When we talk to people who live with a mental health issue, it's something, in my experience when I've spoken to people, that doesn't really go away, but you manage. You know, it doesn't go away overnight. Oh, I've cracked that now. It's sorted. It's gone. You manage it, and that's when your life begins again.
Definitely. I think a lot of people have this image of a quick change in mental health or a sort of, just a phase, but it's really not. And sometimes a lot of people do live with it for years and years, but it's about managing the condition. And the stigma around it as well. We're getting there, aren't we? But it's slow going. Definitely. And I think it's doing a lot better in sort of the Western countries, but it still exists very heavily in sort of the Asian countries. And whilst it is moving, it's not moving at the same pace that I think I would like it to, and some other people would like it to. Different cultures maybe see mental health issues in different ways, where some cultures would say, yeah, let's have a little sit down, let's have a chat about this, but for other cultures it can be seen as, to be something to be ashamed of, which can be difficult to get over. Yes, definitely. And I think it's about sort of education. I think that's the main way to do it, really. And it's sort of starting that conversation about mental health, and hopefully that'll help with things. So the Be Free campaign, tell me a little bit about this, because this is a charity that you're involved in, isn't it? Yeah, so it's a charity that I founded, and so it started really a couple of years ago. I sort of went through some negative mental health times, and so from those experiences, I saw the stigma that really exists behind mental health, and I thought it needed to be changed. And so I set up this charity that basically works in schools and community centres, gives talks and workshops on mental health. But we also work with YouTubers and influencers online. We have 1 million people following our ambassadors, and so we try and sort of promote positive mental health and also the right content, because all of our content is basically monitored by psychiatrists and professionals. So when
Your work was recognised with the Diana Award. What was your reaction when you found out you were getting it?
I think it was amazing. I was really, really thankful. I think when you do all the work, you never really expect these sort of things sort of go on and recognised. But to be recognised for something is actually really special. And I think this Diana Award is amazing in terms of a charity as well. They do a lot of work in schools and on bullying as well. And so I think it's really, I'm really honoured, basically.
Well, it's well deserved. So when you were going through your situation, did you kind of pick and choose who you would try to talk to about this? Because it can go either way. You can say to your friends, "I've got a bit of an issue," and the reaction might be, "Oh, you'll be fine. Pull yourself together. There's light at the end of all of that." Now, in some cases, that's not really the right response, But there may be others who say, "Well, let's have a little chat about it." Funny you should say that, but I've been having a similar issue to that too. So, did you pick and choose who you mentioned it to?
Yeah, but I think it's a lot harder because, especially in sort of men, suicide is the biggest killer of young people. It is very stigmatized, especially for men to sort of talk about their emotions. And so a lot of the time it was basically left with myself. I don't really speak about it much with other people. But I think it's about finding people you trust and then sort of going to professionals is the key advice, really, because they can really guide you through the steps for help.
And how are you doing now?
So now I'm doing a lot better, actually. So I'm in Liverpool at the moment. So I'm a student doctor at the University of Liverpool, and so I spend most of my time here. So looking to go back to Birmingham soon.
Well, that's what people say. They come here, and once you think you're going to get away, we kind of keep you for life. So these plans are going back to Birmingham. They might have to be put on hold. It's great to talk to you. Well, what's next? What's the plan? Just to spread the word and just to help others.
Definitely. I think it's doing really well at the moment. We've got some national lottery funding and some sort of partnerships with the universities. So hopefully we'll spread the word to others and we'll carry on and hopefully see some more change.
I tell you what, mate, you picked a really good time to be a student doctor the last 3 or 4 months. How's that been?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's been a great time to sort of see all of your colleagues and friends, serving the NHS, doing such a great job. And, it's a difficult time for everyone. I think mental health right now is really affected. But also physical health, and so I think the NHS is doing a great job. Also being a proud member of it. So.
That's really good to hear, and thanks for everything you do and your colleagues as well. And you are the future, so keep cracking on. Don't make any plans to go to Birmingham, because once we've got you in Liverpool, we've got you now. You're a prisoner forever. Shantanu, thanks for talking to us, and thanks for being really open and honest. It's going to help a lot of people. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Just turned 7:30 morning. Tuesday the 7th of July. Let's get the latest BBC News now. Here's Phil Munns.
Good morning. Teenagers in Liverpool are among the most at risk in the country of never returning to full-time education. That's according to a report from